I know we've all seen that wall art. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. And being kind is not a bad thing, obviously. But, like, what if someone was kind of a jerk to you? You might rightfully choose to be not so kind. That's where this series of quotes came from. Those times when kindness is the nicer option, but not the one you want to choose. In a world where you can be anything, be petty was the original quote in this series. It was a standalone piece, and it's still to this day one of my best sellers. The inspiration for this quote actually came from one of my friends. She was telling me about some work drama. She has this one coworker that's like a little bit of a kiss ass and is always like shouting from the rooftops how they're such a team player and they're always here to lend a hand to their coworkers whenever they need it. Well, my friend needed help from this coworker one day, so she went up to them and said like, "Hey, can you help me with this particular thing?" And that coworker immediately shut her down and was like, "No, I'm too busy. I can't help you." So then a few weeks later, my friend is minding her own business at work, and don't you know, that coworker comes up to my friend and says, "Hey, I hear that you're the office expert on this like particular task. Can you help me do this? My supervisor asked me to do this special project." And my friend, because my friends are only the realest of people, immediately shut down her coworker and said, "No, I can't help you. I'm too busy." When she was telling me the story, she literally said she knew she should be the bigger person and help her coworker, but she just couldn't help herself. She just wanted to be petty. And that story was kind of the inspiration for my first spin-off and what actually started making this series of quotes. My friend had the opportunity to be a bigger person, but sometimes being the bigger person just isn't as satisfying. We all know that coworker was going to take the credit for that entire project, even if my friend had helped her. So, be vengeful is a reminder that you should never forget who has wronged you, because there's no need to choose kindness when someone was a jerk to you. Now, at this point, I've got my eyes peeled for all different kinds of variations that could work in this particular quote. I have one very popular sign that says delightfully unhinged. So I took that already popular saying and found a way to incorporate it here. And when I say being unhinged, I'm usually thinking about all the weird little things that like we all love to obsess over. Like I could give you a 4-hour college level lecture about the summer house drama. I could find a way to pivot any topic of conversation back to Love Island. I impulse purchase little sweaters for my dog and I refuse to stop. And if you can't already tell, this is absolutely a safe space to be your little weirdo self. And I think this variation in particular really speaks to that. Some of my latest variations honestly just came from my own goofy brain. Just like being petty or vengeful, sometimes you just want to choose being spiteful over being kind. And in case you couldn't tell, I love reality TV, so I think it's totally okay to be a drama queen around me. It's preferred, even. And of course, serving up See You Next Tuesday is very in right now. I literally cannot keep this one in stock. It's been so popular. So that's the story behind how this whole series of quotes came to be. It started out with one silly idea and somehow spun into a collection of quotes for people who aren't really looking for another traditional inspirational quote. If one of these spoke to your inner petty or drama queen, they're available in my shop. I'll link everything below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.